Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Chef Jeff White, and today we're going to prepare a simple, quick meal. In today's society, fast-paced, we're so busy, we struggle every day to put something healthy on the dinner table, and that's what we're going to do today. First little trick today I'm going to demonstrate is how many times have you been cutting on a cutting board and the board's shifting and sliding all over the place. Not only is it dangerous, but a little bit more stability. Just a simple wet paper towel, little water underneath it. The cutting board's not going to slide anywhere. So that's number one. First we're going to do is slice up some onions. You can use red onion, white onion. You can substitute without the onions if you don't like the onions. And we're going to put this right inside here. I have a little extra virgin olive oil. We're going to get that nice and hot now. As you can see, I have some mushrooms here. We can slice up some mushrooms as well. You can use cremini mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, whatever you prefer. Most everyday common, we have button mushrooms. So I have some sliced mushrooms. I have some boneless, skinless chicken breast. You may have had chicken the night before or beef the night before. You can use shrimp. Either will work, anything. I mean, the nice thing about this recipe is it's a guideline. It's not a Bible. It's not direct science to follow. Just the importance of cooking everything through, adding these fresh ingredients, and then I have a little trick to show you at the end, because I know some of you are looking at some of these ingredients thinking there is no way my kids are going to eat some of this. But I got a great little trick and I'll show you right at the end. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start cooking off our red onions. I have some fresh chopped tomatoes. You may not have some fresh chopped tomatoes depending on the time of the season, the way they are. Canned tomatoes work fine. This works really well together. Okay, a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Have some garlic here that I'm going to mince. Just going to crush it and again chop it a little bit. I'm going to put that in the pan as well. I have some chopped zucchini here. Yellow zucchini, green zucchini. I'm going to throw some mushrooms. We're going to get that going. I have some bell pepper, some green pepper. You can use red pepper, yellow pepper, any pepper you like, any color. The key to cutting a pepper is make sure you cut it with the skin side down. Usually, more often than not, we often have knives in our household that aren't as sharp as they should be, like in a professional kitchen where I'm used to working. When you're slicing through the skin first, your knife can slide and cause you to cut yourself. So if you put the skin side down, always cut your pepper that way. Works the best. Okay, so our vegetables are cooking up really nice there. Going to add some more of the mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, don't add the mushrooms, add little mushrooms. But again, if you're worried about having the mushrooms and the kids don't like them, again, I'm going to show you something really neat at the end there. We're going to put our boneless, skinless chicken breast in here. Now I'm using raw chicken breast right now. Again, like I said, if you have some cooked chicken breast, you can use that. You can use shrimp. You can use a combination of both shrimp and the chicken breast, whatever you like. Some broccoli florets we've cut up here. I'm going to get them nice and small so they cook through. I've already cooked off some noodles which are sitting over here, and that's just going to finish it all off when it's complete. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chop up some of our tomato. Just going to slice that. What works really well when slicing anything, sometimes you get some instability because of the shape of the product that you're cutting. We always recommend in the industry that you cut flat side first, whether it be a mushroom. Trying to slice a mushroom, it rolls around. Cut one side first, lay it on the flat side. Now it's not going to wobble everywhere, thus making it that much easier to slice when you're cutting. Again, same thing with a tomato. Cut a flat side off, usually the top end off, lay it down, then slice it into strips like so. As you can see, it's not rolling around, it's not going to fall around. Just another little tip to work on at home, keeping your kitchen a little bit safer place. Now that our vegetables are cooking, I'm going to add our diced tomatoes. And as I said, if you have a little bit of tomato sauce, you can add some tomato sauce to that as well. These tomatoes are nice and fresh, nice and ripe, and these are going to simmer down and break down quite nicely and make a nice light sauce. Just going to toss that around in there, get that cooking. I added some fresh basil, a little more garlic, a little more salt and pepper, and we should be good to go. We'll let that simmer for about 10 minutes. You know, during all this time, the kids are running around doing their homework. You're getting this ready, getting them settled, and in no time, you're going to have a beautiful dinner. Now, as you can see, our sauce is simmering here. Has all the yummy vegetables in there, the zucchini, the mushroom, the broccoli. Actually, we're going to put the broccoli in there right now. To finish that off, you don't want to put that in too soon or it'll overcook, lose a lot of its nutrients. So we're just going to mix that in. It'll be brilliant, the color as well. Okay, so we have that. I've also got a little bit of fresh baby spinach here as well. I like to throw that in right at the very end. I mean, like I said, it's difficult to get those good nutrients into the kids without pulling into a drive-thru nowadays. I know how busy we can be. So just a little rough chop like that. We're going to put that inside here and give that a mix. Now, I've already cooked some noodles. While this is all going on, you've got your pot of boiling water and you're boiling your pasta noodles. And I've got that done up already. And what we're going to do is put a little bit of that on the plate. I have some fettuccine. Of course, you can use any noodle you like. These are nice warm noodles. I'm going to put a little bit over here as well. And this little portion over here is going to be for the kids. And I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. Now, fortunate for me, my children love broccoli, but I know a lot of them don't, although my children don't like mushrooms. So either way, we all have a battle to deal with. And what we're going to do is we're going to disguise those vegetables. And they won't even know. And trust me, I do it all the time. It works all the time. It works like a charm. So let's start off with doing that. Ladle a little bit of this over top here. This will be our dinner. So you can see beautiful, brilliant colors, fresh chicken breasts, just like so. Now for the kiddies, I'm just going to put it in a little pot here. Exact same pot, exact same thing. Every once in a while you might want to sneak in a little pinch of sugar just to sweeten it up a little bit. And every household should have one of these hand blenders. These things are a blessing in disguise. Just take your sauce there, give that a puree. And it's all mushing up quite nicely. I didn't put a lot in here, but so give that a puree for an extra few minutes than what I've just done. And now there's no bits and things in there. And now the kids are going to eat the exact same thing. Really neat trick, works really well, works well with a lot of ingredients. Don't be shy to give it a try. On next week's show, I'm going to show you the way you're having guests over for dinner. I'm going to show you some really neat restaurant tricks that I do in the trade for beautiful restaurant style plate presentation and a delicious meal you won't want to miss. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.